What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Writer's Room presented by Breaking and Entering. I'm Alan Halas, and I am joined, as always, by my River West cohort, the music director for Breaking and Entering, host of the Mr. Nice Guy podcast, CEO of Nice Guy PR, and just all around...
Not CEO.
Just all around nice guy. Ben Slowey is here joining us on the show. Ben, how are you doing today?
And the only thing I'm the CEO of is being a total fucking
Yes.
Being a total
nice guy. Being a nice guy.
Sure, that's fine. Thank you for finishing my sentence. I'm good, Alan. How are you?
I am doing well. For those of you that are watching us on breakingandentering.net, or if you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube right now, we're obviously a little bit earlier than usual, and that's because we're trying this big, crazy new thing where we're streaming out everywhere all at once, which is only just a little bit nerve-wracking. So we will see what happens.
It's the Smith, but...
Yes.
I think, the whole Twitch experiment that we've been doing lately has been a good precursor, because there's, our devoted, 3 people that regularly tune in. But now this is the real deal.
This is the real deal. Super live.
We can't have any errors,
Oh, we will have plenty. We started doing the show, just recording it and putting it out to the world that way. And then after that, I said, hey, maybe we can go live on Twitch. And that was cool, and like we said, and now we are live everywhere. So that's kind of crazy too. So if you're just tuning in for the first time and you've never seen this show before, basically, Ben and I hang out and we talk about music. We started doing it on Instagram Live, pushed it all the way over here, and we play amazing music videos too from Milwaukee artists as well. So let's get started. Let's play a brand new one. This is from Spades. This video is called Loser. Check it out. It's on the Writer's Room.
My name is famous. Yeah. When you coming over. We got it all. Manicures, Mary Jane's, bubble baths, coca leaves. Shawty, I'm a loser with the finer things. Baby, I'm a loser with the finer things. Starburst, candy dreams, candy lines, everything. Shawty, I'm a loser with the finer things. Baby, I'm a loser with the finer things. Louis V, Chanel Celine. Baby, we can blast her like a rocket team. I know you think that I'm a tweaker, it ain't what it seems. I hit her with that bass and rock her like a Billy Dream. High Rex, Off-White. That's a Virgil I blow on the scene. That's that fashion when I'm on my ring. Secret wardrobe she ain't never seen. Whoa, yeah, on my cell phone. So much work up on my cell phone. Got my vices, match them prices cause I'm well known. And if she playing on my line, she catch a dial tone. Play with your kids cause I'm grown. Drink about one hit of the strong. That cookie be feeling my down. I'm coming out flatter than stones. Your nigga been flyer than Jones. Beating the pussy like Jones. I got her addicted, she Jones. And manicures, Mary Jane's, bubble baths, coca leaves. Shawty, I'm a loser with the finer things. Baby, I'm a loser with the finer things. Starburst, candy dreams, candy lines, everything. Shawty, I'm a loser with the finer things. Baby, I'm a loser with the finer things. I'm a loser, they don't love me. I remember when she dissed me, I was bummy. I remember all them days when I was bummy. Now these bitches wanna eat me like some lunch meat. I'm the only nigga look like me up in these streets. All these people wanna judge me, see what's underneath. It's so hard to remain social in society. Never sober cause I got social anxiety. Ooh, I know they watching me, but whenever up in public don't acknowledge me. I spend forever in his music like psychology, but still feel comfort when I'm looking at the toxic me. Oh yeah. Shawty know we poppin' and we bombin' like the Lebanese. Oh yeah. A loser from the ghetto and his name been poppin' overseas. Manicure.
All right, that was Spades with Loser on the Writer's Room. Just a sample of some of the great new music coming out of Milwaukee. We posted that video up on Breaking and Entering the other day, and I gotta say, very good to see Spades in good health and back out doing his thing. Super important. I know he had a health scare at the beginning of the year, so shout out to him. Really glad that he is doing better.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Big shout out to Spades. I mean, I've always really admired him, not only in his work ethic, but his passion, his consistency, his devotion to his community. I've been seeing him out marching with the People's Revolution, who
Yep.
are now on day 250 or something like that, marching out in the streets demanding justice. And Spades is one of those people. So, yeah, and that couple that with just a massively, consistent and authentic output that he has still made time for in these chaotic times. I mean, all the love to that dude.
Yeah, definitely. And if you've heard his project, his most recent one, he does a lot of mixing the underground kind of trap sound with more conscious themes in it. And he put out the single Northside Phobic. The video for that is him in the People's Revolution as well, in the middle of marching. So gotta commend him. And he's probably one of the hardest working dudes. I don't know anybody that puts out more content, I don't think, than Spades. Honestly.
Yeah.
He's given us a run for his money.
Yeah, I mean, he's the type of dude though, and this is why I love Spades. He's the type of dude that if you show him love on social media, he'll personally call you, over Facebook or Instagram or something. He'll set up he'll try to chat with you, and he'll personally recognize and thank you for supporting him. And if that doesn't show artist, if that doesn't show a truly down to earth artist, then I don't know what is.
Yeah, definitely. And that's just some of the great music that we've had posted up on the site in the last week. I am cheating. I'm going back to the iPad again just to make sure. We got new music from Renz Young that we posted up. We got new music from Tay Drummond. I'm speeding through some of the hip hop side of things. I was interested, Ben, you posted a new single from Scott Starr of Fever Marlene, who is doing a dream pop thing on the side. That was actually very, very interesting to me to see him put something out.
Oh yeah, that one was a lot of fun. That one, there's been a lot of there's a lot of artists that I don't know if kind of the culture of Milwaukee, living next to a lake, has any influence with this. But there's a lot of songs that are very much late car ride songs.
Yeah,
that, people that a lot of Milwaukee artists kind of gravitate towards that atmospheric sound. And I feel like we've especially been getting a lot of that, for at least finding a lot of that, in the synthwave, dream pop territory in the last year.
Yeah, and it's funny you mentioned that. Anytime I hear Immortal Girlfriend, I think of that. They are totally one of those acts that when you hear it, it's riding by the lake music. Honestly, specifically the stretch of Lincoln Memorial Drive from right when you get off 794 up to the east side. That to me is that is the specific point that all of Milwaukee music gets influenced by at some point, riding along on the lake over there. But yeah, tons of other great new stuff that came out within the last week. The Oshi's album is out now, Confidential. I'm very excited for that because I think she kind of flies under the radar a little bit. But that project is one that if you have not checked that out already, please make sure you go check that one out because that one is crazy. And it's one that really just, like I said, flies under the radar. Definitely going to be something, something new and different for 2021 from her.
Yeah. I mean, she's popping off in the scene right now. She's definitely an artist that knows what she wants, and she's been heavy on the collaborations lately. I know she dropped the song with Paper Stacks recently as well. But she's definitely going to be an artist to watch here in 2021. Another record that came out this past week, I definitely wanted to touch on was the new North Breeze record, which they are a band that really came in full force on our radar the last couple of months. Just dropping heavy on the singles, but then we get the full record, and I think that there's a lot of relevance to really moody, emo, pop punk type music right now.
Yeah.
With a lot of people feeling isolated and detached, and so if you're feeling that right now, and you like energetic rock music, then check out North Breeze. Those guys are very talented, and I look forward to seeing those songs live.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know why, but today I just kind of felt like we're really turning the page on we're getting there, little baby steps towards getting back to, live music and things like that. Like you said, I think music created during the pandemic, there's going to be a lot of stuff that is going to be in that moody, emo feel to it. But the other trend that I'm noticing with Milwaukee music, the page has turned into a new year, and new names seem to just be popping up left and right, even towards the tail end of last year. And I think that part of that is because people have been home for so long that they're let's just put it out. Let's just put out whatever they were sitting on, So.
It's either that, new names, kind of birthed from the finding creative inspiration to do something new during the pandemic. But we're also on the flip side seeing a lot of old names that are back on the map for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
Just got a new Plaid Hawaii song.
Yeah. Yeah, and it has been a few years, I think, since we've really had anything super heavy from him. I have not heard the name Plaid Hawaii in quite some time. I thought he lived out in Denver now, that he'd moved out there, but I could be wrong. I don't know where he is on the map now.
Yeah, I have no idea where he resides, but I just know that he dropped a really cool new, sky party type song, and it fucking rules. So check that one out. We got a new record from this project, River West dude, that went on the site today, called Vectors of Resonant Prescience. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but he said on Bankhead he was working on that for 5 years until quarantine kind of inspired him to just spit it out.
There you go.
Power to artists that are dusting off things from the shelf right now.
Yeah, absolutely, and shout out to the new artists too that are putting stuff out. That's gonna be how we get into our next video. This is a new name that has really only been working on music for a few months, and I don't believe has performed out live yet. I think he's just kind of getting his feet wet in the R&B scene, which I think also is going to explode in 2021 for Milwaukee music. This is a new video from Ernie Z. The song is called Agree on Love. I absolutely love this song, and I love what he's doing. So let's check it out. It's Ernie Z, Agree on Love on the Writers' Room.
You keep on telling me that nothing's gonna be the same, but I know in my heart I did everything to change. Baby, I want you to understand that I'm trying to be a better man, 'cause I know I can. But just know that you aren't perfect either. In a relationship we supposed to be equal. I don't really regret it, but I should stay single. understand. Nothing that you did wasn't part of the plan. Sometimes you was wrong and you didn't give a damn. But it's crazy, I can't let you go. But I know that I had my moments too. Looking back to the times I didn't comfort you, but I let you down. I'm not perfect and I know that now. But just know that you aren't perfect either. In a relationship we supposed to be equal. I don't really regret it, but I should've stayed single. My bad for thinking that this could mean something. I changed my ways but somehow I could never please you. Tell me you love me but somehow I don't believe you. I don't really regret it, but I should've stayed single. My bad for thinking that this could mean something. Can we agree on love?
Alright, that was Ernie Z with Agree on Love. Fresh face in the Milwaukee music scene and in the R&B scene as well. Really excited for what he is doing and what he's going to be doing in the near future. Also, I gotta give a quick shout out. Ben is rocking his Breaking and Entering sweatshirt. He's got the merch game going. I happen to have behind me the Breaking and Entering pillow. So if you have not done so already, you can click shop on breakingandentering.net. This is my little infomercial. You can go pick up some B&E swag. So make sure you go and do that too. But I'd like to give a shout out to everybody that's watching the show for the first time as well too. So go do that. This is the part of the show. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, we love you for
yes.
listening to us chop it up and yap our flappers.
Yes, and we will continue to yap our flappers. This is, if you've never seen the show before, this is the part where we give you some homework for the week. Ben and I both have extensive vinyl collections. Ben's is in a different room. Mine is directly behind me. But every week we pick a record at absolute random, and we give you the homework that you have to go find that record, listen to it, however you want to consume it, streaming, vinyl, CDs, whatever you want to do. So every week we pick a record at random from our collection, and that's what you have to go check out. So Ben, would you like to go first today, or would you like me to select from this wall behind me of records for the people to listen to?
I can go here.
Okay.
Yeah, so this week I'm really stoked on what I picked out because it is one of the most important electronic music records of all time. And we're talking about none other than Mezzanine by Massive Attack.
Okay.
So Massive Attack is a trip-hop duo from the UK that were really big in the 90s. Their first big record was, I believe, Blue Lines. But then this thing came out, and it's really dark. And it's just everything you want out of a shadowy and mysterious and provocative electronic record with, definitely some when people say trip hop, they kind of refer to hip hop friendly production, but just done in a more almost dreamy or dark way. Like the Gorillaz are considered trip hop, as well. But yeah, so this one, the cover art is some kind of weird insect thingy.
Yeah, I can't necessarily tell what that is. I do have to wonder, does electronic music sound better on vinyl or better in the sense of hearing it on streaming?
That's a good question. I mean, I guess it depends on just I guess how well it's the music is produced or compressed. I mean, one of my favorite records to listen to on vinyl is Jamie XX, his In Colors record.
Okay.
Because that one has such crisp and sharp bass that kicks in, song to song. So that's a really good electronic record to listen to on vinyl. But I guess there could be some that don't sound as crisp. I'm not quite sure. I guess we'd have to ask someone like Justin Perkins.
He would be the guy to go to for mystery remastering. He would tell you all the technical aspects of mastering a record for vinyl and how it's different. But I was just curious. Also, I got to give a real quick shout out to Cypher Lady X, who is in the chat right now and sharing this out to her friends, tagging some people to keep watching the show. So shout out to her.
Big shout out.
Yeah. And I'm gonna pick a record from this big stack of vinyl behind me here. I do this completely at random every week. We're gonna go up. We're gonna go somewhere that is visual, that you can actually see that I am just picking this at random, whatever I have grabbed here. Today we are landing on. We are landing on a classic record, classic folk singer-songwriter. We are landing on Don McLean's American Pie. Which I did not know, honestly, that I have on vinyl. It looks pretty beat up, if you can see that. That's got some shelfware in it. But it's the full album. There is much more to it. There's a whole 9 songs on it. So that might be your record that you gotta listen to. I don't know how I feel about the long version of American Pie, honestly. It's one of those songs I can hear, and I can enjoy it for what it is. But I only need to hear it like maybe twice a year and I'm good. You know?
Yeah. I get that. I want to point out that I really wish I could have inherited some of those old beat up, worn record collections from my dad. But sadly, his record collection got destroyed in a flood in the early 90s.
Oh, that absolutely sucks. Fortunately, a lot of the stuff that I got was in a dedicated record room on these very shelves, but an entire room of them. So this is just a portion of it. I also got to point out, in the inside cover of American Pie, there is this amazing picture of a man on a horse. And I don't really know if that is definitely not Don McLean that's on it. So I don't know why that's like that, but that's what you get from it. This is the real deal, folks. Don McLean's American Pie.
That is just astounding.
So those are the records that you got to go find and listen to, however you'd like to consume them. We don't make you do a book report, but hey, you know what? We're doing this thing now with everybody watching all over the internet, so you can just kind of comment in and say if you listen to your record from last week. So make sure that you do that when we check this out every week. We're going to get into our third video of the week. This is a new band, or a relatively new band. This is Weird Storm. And I got to give a quick shout out to Bob Schaub, the drummer of Weird Storm, for bringing his band to my attention. I got to do an interview with those guys recently, and they are going to be a really fun project once they get to finally get out and play music live.
Yeah, and they have their new EP that's coming out this Friday, which you can definitely count on us to have on the site day of. So, big shout out to Weird Storm.
Yeah, definitely. Big shout out to them. This is Brittle Pastimes by Weird Storm. Check it out. It's on the Writer's Room.
Nice shot.
Okay. For Weird Storm, and we're gonna play a song for you. Okay.
countryside into a time that we will get
Oh, damn. All right, I'm sweaty as fuck. Yeah.
That was the new one from Weird Storm. That was Brittle Pastimes. As Ben said, the new record is coming out this week, so make sure you check that out as well. That's a fun video, and they shot the whole thing in Bob Schaub's basement, where they recorded that whole project as well.
Yeah, those guys are definitely fun to drink with. And also, like, that video makes us, really yearn for, like, goofy basement shows again. And I mean, just live music in general, but, there's definitely, like, a bittersweet feeling with that one.
Yeah, I definitely want to yell the words "off with their head" along with that band after watching that video. And I know that it was done in a basement, but man, do I miss a good dive bar show with, 4 people there that all look like Weird Storm.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one. We didn't even talk about some of the biggest announcements of the week. Obviously, today the big news, Summerfest, is being postponed to September, which sucks. But obviously, we understand the reasoning behind that. They said that it is to further vaccinate people and hope for a safer festival, which I can see a lot of happening in the course of the year. I think a lot of the big street festivals and stuff are either going to not happen or going to get pushed back to later in the year, for sure. So that is what's up?
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah. Well, I actually didn't even know that, so thank you for sharing that. I started Mr. Nice Guy back up this week.
That was the other big news I was gonna get to. The podcast is back. Mr. Nice Guy is coming back.
Hell yeah, yeah. So probably gonna do my first upload starting tomorrow. But yeah, got a lot of great, dope folks lined up over the next couple months. I'm really gravitating towards the routine of doing the show in bursts. So do a bunch of episodes, like, for a couple months, and then take a couple months off, and then kind of keep that pattern going. I think that is what I've found works for me. So really, really excited to keep it moving. I want to give a shout out to Bob Lost, Stephen Pitzel, Jake Romold, and Jake Hess for the new logos, the new music for the intro and outro. So
Everything's coming up, Ben and Alan, I guess. I mean, we got new stuff happening everywhere. And speaking of diving into new content and things like that, I may or may not be diving into the Breaking and Entering archive of concerts. If you've ever been to any of the live shows that we were doing for a long time, you probably saw me running around with some cameras wondering what the hell I was going to do with all that. Well, I have all that footage. It has gone back to 2017 that since I've actually like edited and uploaded some show footage. But trust me, we got a whole bunch of stuff coming. I finished a whole show today in like 30 minutes, and it is the fastest I've ever been able to edit it, so...
Yeah, normally I'm not a proponent of the phrase, big things coming, but some pretty substantial things are...
Yes. They're on the horizon.
They're closer than they appear.
Yes, substantial things are on the horizon. With that said, that has been this week's episode of The Writer's Room. We usually give you a little bit of wisdom at the end of each episode. For 2021, we're keeping it a little short and sweet. Ben, is there anything that you would like to, let the people know about for the upcoming week? Or...
Yeah, actually I do. And this is just something that has been on my mind, and it's a bit of tough love for people that want to be featured on our site.
Oh no, are we gonna go good cop, bad cop here?
No cops.
Is Mr. Nice Guy gonna be the bad cop?
I'm gonna be Mr. Real Guy.
That's
for
fine.
a second, and say that please do not, if you want to get your music featured on our site, we are open to any and all kinds of music from any and all pockets of the city, the scenes, everything and all. But that does not mean that we don't have any sort of standards for respectful and responsible protocol. So please do not bombard us with your content.
Yeah.
And just kind of expect it to end up on our site.
Yep.
We do go out and find a lot of our own content week by week, and don't always even we don't always even need submissions to publish the stuff we do. But that being said, if you are going to publish something, please do not, trash talk or badmouth the other artists that we've had on the site, as, that's not how you come up. That is not how you should conduct yourself as an artist trying to make a name for yourself.
Yes.
And please just, if you really want to get featured on our site, tagging Alan and I and blowing up our social media handles is just not the way to do it.
Not the way to do it. What you can do is you can send an email to info@breakingandentering.net with all of your information about the new song. Make sure you send us the song, send us the relevant info, send us your streaming links. Don't send us when you've got a new post or a new, Instagram challenge.
Just the Earl and nothing else.
Yes.
Come on, you gotta, it's part of, taking yourself seriously, too. And,
yes, but I would totally agree with Ben, because I've dealt with that recently as well, too. It's just a matter of being respectful of people's time. And more than anything, you got to remember, there's a whole big wide internet out here. There's a lot of places that you can go with your music to. There's a lot of attention out there. There's room for everyone, so you don't got to trash talk anybody else. Let's bring this whole Milwaukee music scene up together, which is kind of where I wanted to go with my wisdom anyway. I wanted to give a thank you to Von Alexander, who gave us some love over the weekend on Twitter, saying that we, things like what we're doing should be much bigger within Milwaukee. And I've seen a few people talk about, interest in art and culture and things like that. Von isn't the only one. I've seen stuff from Sam Regani. I've seen stuff from a few other people that, there should be more of a scene. This should be more important. This doesn't happen unless everybody that is here to back this and support this together. So if you are an artist, if you are a creative of any sort, and you have friends that are artists and creatives, make sure you go plug their shit. Make sure you go blow them up and bring them, whatever attention that you can give them, however you can support them for free, or if you can pay for their work, pay for their work. But
that's right.
Yeah.
The creative scene is not pie.
Yes.
It's getting recognition is not pie. And I also saw something getting shared around recently on Facebook. It was like post that said like, you know, do not like ask for discounts for your friends' work in 2021.
Yeah.
That is absolutely right. If you truly support your friends and their creative endeavors, you will pay full price plus a tip if you can. You know, like it's not all like you got the hookup just because you have a personal relationship.
Yeah.
You know, like we have to be fully and uncompromisingly committed to each other if we want to make something out of this creative scene.
1,000%. So, with that said, we would like to thank you guys for watching. Thank you for sharing our content and helping us get to this point. But shout out to everybody watching for the first time, like I said. Normally, I would say, you know, you can find us every day at breakingandentering.net, which you still can. And I would say you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, all that stuff. But now we have these nifty little things in that corner that are telling you all the places that you can go follow Breaking and Entering as well. Make sure you check out Mr. Nice Guy. The podcast is everywhere and is on YouTube as well. You can find Ben all over the place. Have him write some PR for you. He's on Fiverr. Make sure he can write you a press release, make you look real nice.
I sure can. Hit me up.
Yes. So thank you for everybody that's watching. We do this every single week, Tuesdays, 5 o'clock. We are here. So make sure you check us out. And we will see you next week on The Writer's Room.